Thank you very much. We are the Northern Virginia Ukulele Society. These are the members up here are some of the more intermediate and advanced players in the club. We number over 200. The song we just played for you is a story. And part of the presentation we have for you today is telling you a story. We're honoring the Hawaiian cowboys called Hani'olos. So this song you heard where we were singing Hulu Hulu Hulu. This is a little mountain that's in front of, right down in the middle of the saddle of two huge mountains on the Big Island, Mauna Kea and the Mauna Loa. And this mountain, it looks like it has hair on it. It's a little like a fur ball. And back in 1835, now if you think about that date, 1835, the cowboys in the Midwest, even are in the Pacific Northwest, did not even exist. We're chasing this cattle down to this place called Hulu Hulu Hulu, and below that was a corral. And when they took the cattle into the corral, they would drive them down to Kupa Landing, or in English it's Cooper's Landing, over on the Kona side. And then they would drive them literally into the ocean, and the boats would drive up to these were in ports. So the boats would drive up where it was still deep enough so that they wouldn't run their keels aground. And they had these canvas lifts to go underneath the cows or the cattle, lift them into the boat until they got all the cattle into the boat. And of course, you know, some of the Mr. Shark come by and find a couple of them, but they would get as many as they can into the boat, and then they would sail the boat over to Oahu, where they would be butchered and prepared, and then put on the steamers that would go to California. Now, so how did all this start? So in 1793, Captain George Vancouver gave King Kamehameha the first cattle. This is in 1793. And some of them, they either got eaten or they died on Wednesday. You know, they looked like food. You put a spear into them and you put them over a grill or in the igloo and then cook them. So Captain Vancouver got another set, brought them in 1794. And recommended to King Kamehameha to put a kapu on them, which meant nobody was allowed to touch them for 10 years. Well, it ended up being 37 years. On 37 years across all 9 of the islands, the cattle grew to about 25,000 wild cattle, 10,000 head of semi-domesticated cattle. So, and this is how the Hawaiians got introduced to ranching. Now, to your surprise, how many of you know where the largest ranch, privately owned ranch, is in the United States? Barker Ranch, yes it is. Yeah, we don't have any pineapples. But Barker Ranch on the Big Island is over 500,000 acres today. It is one of the largest privately owned ranches, and that was given to the Parker family back in the early 1800s. Now, part of this, the cattle are descendants of the original cattle the Spaniards brought over to Mexico, Veracruz, Mexico, in 1521. So you can see that the cattle of Hawaii have a long lineage going to the Europeans, starting with the Spaniards in Mexico. The cattle actually made it over to California. King Kamehameha III finally said, 35,000 cattle just running around, running over all of the food, the crops and everything was just not good. So they actually started to learn. King Kamehameha III invited the vaqueros, and the vaqueros are the Spanish Mexicans who actually are the ones who taught the Hawaiians how to rope and herd cattle on the Hawaiian Islands. And I think we had a question here.
How does the beef taste compared to the mainland?
Oh, a little bit salty. No, from what that was not. It is regular grass-fed cattle. The cattle today tastes a little bit different, but if you think about it, they do. I'll talk a little bit more about the ranches when I get to some of the other ones on Molokai and on Maui. So to finish up this part of the story, horses were introduced in 1803. King Kamehameha III had lifted the kapu, brought the vaqueros over, and all of that. Now, we have to remember, this is in 1832 and 1835. The first major ranch on the mainland United States was not until the Pacific Northwest in 1846, and then California and Texas when they became part of territories of the United States in 1848. So the Hawaiians are already practicing ranching, and if you go there today, the kind of saddles you will see that the Hawaiian Paniulos ride are Spanish saddles, not the Western saddles. So now what we want to do is I don't want to be talking the whole time. We're going to change a little bit. We're going to go to the island of Molokai from Hilo. So Hilo's out on the west side. On the east side, and we're going to go to the island of Molokai to talk about a couple of ranches there.